Hey guys, I just wanted to say real quick. So this entire video, part of my head's cut off. But I just want to say I'm not going to fully redo it, so I just want to apologize ahead of time before the video starts. And next time, and for the next videos and here on out, I'm going to double check and make sure I know exactly where my camera's positioned. All right, enjoy the video. Hello guys. It is Real Talk with Gilly, coming to you with another installment today. I do want to just start off by saying that it is amazing what little things when you're grieving a loss can set you off. And today is the smallest thing too, because this is from the last video. If you saw that one, it's still the same weekend, and I'm still with my kids. My ex is still with her new boyfriend, whatever, and out of state, all that fun stuff. Still that same weekend. Had a great day with my kids actually. The grief for the most part today has actually not been too bad. But it was up until I've been cleaning her house, which I don't even know why the hell I'm cleaning her house. Maybe it helps me, I guess. I feel like I owe her so much from the marriage we had that I feel like just cleaning every time I'm here to help her out is the least I can do after all the shit that we went through. And that's kind of how it is for me. I mean, and that's a topic for another day. But really what this video is about is, so my ex, and I want to say, I'm sorry, I'm sweating so much. Like I said, I've been cleaning and busting my ass. But, my ex, she changed her profile picture on Facebook. And it was just a regular picture. And I noticed the shirt she was wearing, it wasn't one of her shirts. And it was a gray shirt. And I'm assuming, I don't have fact on this or not, but I'm assuming it's one of his. And that just right there set me off so hard, bad. It just devastated me. And it's amazing, like I said at the start of all this, how something that small can just set your grief off so big. And, you know, and it gets me to overthinking, you know, like, well, I was never good enough. Like, I was never worthy of her love, which was a lot of the reason why I was so self-destructive. And, you know, our marriage went down to the shitter was because of my own self-destructive behaviors. And, you know, my self-worth was low, my self-esteem. But, you know, I'm at a point where I'm a lot better mentally. You know, like, I don't hate myself like I once did. And that's a story for another day, too. The story of how I no longer hated myself was actually a very recent occurrence, actually. But, anyway, back to what I was saying. It just amazes me that, and I totally just lost my train of thought there. I do apologize. It just saddens me, guys, that, you know, what it is, you know, is, so for me, I have a lot of emotional abandonment issues, growing up, you know, especially when I was a teenager, and I want to say that my parents are good people. It's not their fault that this happened completely, but my mom went through a really bad bout of depression from when I was about 13 all the way up until I'd say my 20s. My father, he was busy working overtime all the time, so he just wasn't home ever. And when I was a teenager, I was emotionally abandoned completely. I didn't have my parents to rely on. I really just had to rely on myself all the time. I had to get myself up for school. I had to take care of myself. I had to make my own doctor's appointments at 13 years old. I love my sister, but she was going through a drug thing way back then, and she had an infant child. At 13 years old, I was taking care of a newborn baby, day in and day out. And, I mean, I had so much responsibility put on me at such a young age that, and I had no emotional support for it. So then, to kind of continue off from the last video, and now to continue why this is getting me so bad now. When I met my now ex-wife, she was the most she was a really understanding, caring person. She has such a heart to go. I mean, she really still does, even with everything. That unfortunately, because I just didn't like myself and I just didn't feel like I was worthy of love or anything, I went down the self-destructive path. It also took her down with me. You know, lots of fucking neglected and shit from my end. The relationship got neglected, especially, and just I mean, there's so much of this onion we have to peel, so I'm trying to start with the surface, and throughout time I'll go down to the deeper basics of it all. But all right, sorry about that. Parenting comes first, y'all. I had to get my daughter back into bed. So as I was saying, with the emotional abandonment from my childhood, and then when I got with my ex, and she showed me such kindness, such empathy, such everything, I ended up abusing that privilege, which is what ended the marriage in the first place. Okay, so now that I got that covered, back to what I was originally talking about. So right now, I am now feeling emotionally abandoned all over again. The same shit that I went through years ago, and you know, it's making me overthink, like, was I ever good enough? I obviously wasn't. I was such a shit husband. I was such a shit parent. I was not a very good parent there for a good minute either. And, you know, I don't really know who I'm talking about, so that's okay. But anyway, my point being, guys, is that it just makes me feel betrayed, makes me feel hurt, makes me feel all these things. And then the other thing, guys, is now I feel guilty for feeling all this, because I did this to myself, is how I feel. And I truly believe a lot of it was my own actions and behaviors that ended the relationship. And I don't know, because a couple months back, I tried a couple hookups with some people, and that's January time, whatever. It was after I got thrown out 40-degree wind chills, and then I kind of went through a minor fuck it phase. And then, but when I didn't, I felt so guilty. I felt disgusting with myself. I felt disgusted. I felt like I betrayed her. And I know we're logically not together anymore. Logically, I understand that the relationship's done. I'm not actually doing that, and I know that. But regardless, I can't help but in my soul, still betrayed her, you know. And so for me, what I'm having such a hard time wrapping my head around is how it's only been 4 months, 5 months. And I know she's grieved the relationship lost longer. Like, she's known it was over even way before I knew it was. So, I mean, I understand there's a difference there too. But still, I just feel so... I can't wrap my head around how she can just move on and do that, you know? And I mean, she hooked up with a bunch of other people too. So it's like... My point is, though, y'all, See, I'm the type of person, how I work through my shit is by having to talk. I have to talk this out, or it doesn't ever come out. And it doesn't start making sense to me. So sometimes maybe my rants will go on tangents, and I just want to let you guys know that may happen. But it helps me organize my thoughts and kind of get my thought process cleared. It just hurts, guys. It just really fucking hurts. And, you know, honestly, if she were to come to me and just say, let's try and work this out, I would let everything fucking go. I would. I just... She was the only person for me. And I still feel that here. I mean, and I have... And then this next thing I do want to touch on, this is going to be my next video. I did, when I was going through my little fuck it phase, I did start talking to an ex of mine from years ago, who was a really good person, by the way, and who I really like, and... You know, and I actually had every intention for that relationship to actually be a relationship, you know, so I could just try and move on from my ex. But I came to terms and realizations that with that relationship, that I would just end up hurting her in the end, because my heart wasn't actually in it like I convinced myself it was. And it just, like I said, my next video is going to be all about that whole journey, because it was about a good 2-month chunk here, January, February, you know, in here, where this happened. And actually this whole thing just ended like 3 days ago, or no, it was... So today I'm filming this, it's Saturday, and I ended things, and it was on Monday, so it was 5 days ago, and that was on the whole other end of the country. That was one hell of a journey, guys, and that will be my next video. It's gonna be a pretty exciting one, big story for you guys to hear, I think. But at the end of the day, I can't put my heart into something where my heart is just always gonna be. And I'm always gonna love her. My soul is... I still consider her my soulmate. I know damn well she is. And, you know, she doesn't want me a part of her life in that way anymore. And I'm pretty sure she probably doesn't even want me as a friend either. But she's only gonna have to put up with me because we have children together. I mean, she's... That, you know, with that, and like I said, with everything, which you guys over time will learn a lot more about. It can only fit in so much into one video. that, I mean, it's hard. But I also, like I said, then I feel guilty about feeling bad because I'm like, I'm the one who put myself in this position too. So, and we're going to get to know the kitty Mew here. She seems to want to come and comfort me when I start talking about these things. This actually is my emotional support cat. So when I do move into my place here shortly, she will be with me here, guys. So she'll probably be seeing a lot more of her. Okay, I'm making a video, baby. Sorry. So, oh, you guys have to sit down here because I make the video. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up here, I think. I mean, this kind of was a little bit more of an all, like I said, I think every video I'm gonna make is gonna be kind of all everywhere, but, you know, guys, it's a journey to discovering yourself. I mean, I've learned a lot about myself because of this, and in a sense, I do thank my ex for leaving me, because it really had to show me and force me to look at myself, and that wouldn't have happened if she never would have left me. I just wish that now that I finally got the message and I finally actually understand where I was wrong and how everything went down was so bad that, unfortunately, it's the classic case of you don't know what you had until it's too late. It really is the classic case of that. And like I said, I'm probably going to spend the rest of my life missing her. And honestly, I just can't be with anybody else. It's just, I'm betraying her. I can't do it. In my heart and soul, I feel like I'm betraying her. I know she's not to me. I'm not. And honestly, the guy she's with, I actually have no ill will against him. I'm not angry at him personally. Like, I don't even know. So I do want to say that it's not even that. It's just, I just wish I could hit the rewind button. Still have my kids, still have all that, but completely have a redo. This is definitely one of those situations where I could hit the redo button. I'd do it right away. And even 10 years from now, if I got that chance, even though I wouldn't, but if I could, I'd hit that reset button so damn quick. Because I know where I fucked up now. And I did not. And it's how many chances I was given. You know? And every single chance I was given, I fucked it right back up. It's amazing, guys. The life that we live is a crazy journey for us all in one way, shape, or form, but at the end of the day, for myself, I've just learned that I'm gonna just have to rely on myself and be okay with myself. And maybe that's the best gift of all, is the fact that out of all of this, I've actually learned to actually like myself and respect myself for the first time in my life. Because before, I never liked myself. Well, maybe she gave me a gift more so than anything else that I didn't even realize until now I'm talking about it. Maybe this is a gift. Maybe the gift I got was a realization that I can be someone I can be proud of for myself, and I don't have to sit there and prove to anybody else. And I can actually be the father I need to be for my children, because they have not had their dad fully present really ever up until now, just recently. So it's a process, guys. It's always a journey. But I'm gonna end this video here. Like, subscribe, and comment. And there's definitely gonna be a lot more real talk with Gilly coming your way. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be in our next video talking about my recent little adventure into what was going to be a relationship. And that's going to be probably a long video because there's a lot to talk about with that. So, like I said, guys, you have a good night, and let's keep keeping it real.